Hello everybody, happy Saturday. I'm broadcasting here from Tempe, Arizona, where the temperature is smoking hot. I think it's supposed to be 114, 115 today. That's a pretty toasty day. We broke a couple records. Last week we hit 116, 117, but you know, we always say it's a dry heat. So you don't have the humidity, but I'm gonna tell you something. When it hits 115, it's hot. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter humidity, no humidity, it is freaking hot. I wanted to talk to you today about Disneyland. I go to Disneyland probably more than I should. And it's funny because it's not that I'm a big Disneyland fan. As I tell my family, because my family eats, breathes, loves Disneyland. For me, I love the romance. And I know that sounds funny, but I love the family, the camaraderie, just spending 2 or 3 or 4 days just focused on each other, because you're sharing this experience. But I wanted to share some tips with you because we go often that will kind of help you out. My first tip is if you have breakfast at Goofy's Kitchen. Goofy's Kitchen is located over at Disneyland Hotel. Disney has 3 properties on site, Grand Californian, Disneyland Hotel, and Paradise Pier. And yes, I've stayed at all 3 of them. Goofy's Kitchen is at Disneyland Hotel. It's costly. It's about $50 a person. Now it might be a little cheaper for kids, but I don't know. But you're not there for the food. You're there for all the characters because it's Goofy's Kitchen. So my tip is, if you're gonna go to Goofy's Kitchen and you've got children, go early. It opens at 7 a.m. Get your reservation for 7 a.m. and you can make them early. I think you can make your reservations 90 days out. The reason why you want to get there between 7 and 7:30 is the crowds aren't there. So our time this time was 7:10. Last time we went, it was 7:45, and there was a pronounced difference between the two. Because what we've learned is when you check in, because you have to go pay for it first, you can go line up to visit with Goofy to get your picture. We didn't realize that the first time. We thought you had to wait to get called. But no, you can line up immediately. So as soon as you get there, I would almost say somebody get in line while somebody pays. Because the long line of Goofy's, the long line means not as much Goofy time. So we got there at 10 to 7. They hadn't even opened yet, but we were fine with that. We waited. They opened up at 7. We paid. We got in line. There was a family in front of us and a family behind us. The family behind us had children, so of course we let them go first. And because there's not a lot of crowds, the crowds are still waiting in line, still paying. Goofy takes a few more seconds. I mean, it's not a lot of time. They are a well-oiled machine. The guy, they take their picture. Do you have a camera? He takes the picture with your camera. It doesn't allow you to do it because he wants you gone. So you go and you go eat. But then you go inside for breakfast, and this is where it's key. All the characters are there. You've got Chip and Dale, you've got Minnie Mouse, you've got Pluto, you got a lot of characters. There's no Mickey Mouse. Mickey has his own breakfast, so he's not at Goofy's. He's over at, I forget which one. I think he's actually in the park. That breakfast isn't so good, to be honest. So I forget which one he is, but skip it. Goofy's Kitchen's the best. You can either hurry up and go get your food, but if you're there early, I recommend you sit down. It is a buffet. The food is unbelievable. Not a lot of healthy food taking place, but it is delicious. But you want to wait because there's not a lot of people there. The characters have nothing to do. So they come over and hang out with you. We got so many pictures with Chip and Dale and Pluto and Minnie Mouse. I mean, we're just standing there waiting for kids. And when the kids showed up at the table next to us, they put kids, they were over there still hanging out with us. So it was marvelous. And then a group of 17 shows up and off the characters go. So you want to get there early to maximize your character time, because really that's what you're there for. And by the way, I have my Mickey Mouse shirt on. Yeah, that's Mickey Mouse. To maximize your character time, then you go eat and you take off. I mean, we were there possibly for 40 minutes, maybe 45, because we have it down to a science. Now, when we went last time and we got there, I think 7:45, 8 o'clock, we didn't know about the lineups. We had to wait in a long line, snappy, go in. And as the crowds build, the characters actually come marching in together, and they go to each table. You still get good time with the characters. They're very good at making sure you get time with the characters, but you don't get that one-on-one, let's all get pictures and screw around like that. So that's kind of a tip. The second tip is, I know it's costly to stay inside the park versus their neighborhood hotels, but the Magic Mornings, if you're really into it and you don't go to Disney that often, is worth it. Now we stay in the park because we get magic mornings. The park opens, one of the park opens at 8 a.m. And because you have your ticket, you get in early and you get to ride rides early. Now they make sure fast passes aren't open yet, so it doesn't create an unfair balance. So you can't get there to get fast passes, but you can get in line, which is key if you want to ride the new ride, Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is a California adventure. Must ride. It used to be the Tower of Terror. Fantastic. They fixed what was wrong with the Tower of Terror. The screen changes so you don't get the same boring yada 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 every time you ride it. It's marvelous. But the lines are up to 2 hours long. In California, though it doesn't get as hot as Arizona, when it's 90 degrees and humid, it's a toasty one. And because of where the Guardians of the Galaxy is, there's not a lot of shade. So you're kind of standing in direct sunlight. And with your kids for 2 hours, that's kind of tough. So you want to get in there, hurry up and get your fast pass. The fast passes do sell out, probably within 45 minutes of the park opening at 9. Because you figure people are lining up at 9 o'clock to get into the park. So when you go through the Magic Mornings entrance, you see everybody lining up, but you're not lining up because you're staying on the park. So you get in the park and then you toddle over and get in line for the fast passes. Still kind of long, but we probably waited, honestly, maybe 5 minutes to get our fast pass. And off we went, rode Cars Ride, because Cars Ride still is also very popular. But if you like both, I would go with Guardians of the Galaxy first and then move over to Cars. That's how I would choose. There's all kinds of restaurants to eat at, all kinds of places to eat at for Disney. I don't know why my screen just went dark, but it did, because it's as sunny as could be out here. So I'll move the camera a little bit. There's a lot of places to eat if you like Mexican food and you love tableside guacamole, Tortilla Joe's. You can't beat it. They make the guacamole right there in front of you. It's awesome. But the key to Disney, first and foremost, is fast passes. I know it's a vacation, but if you have kids, have strategies. Disney does allow you to bring food in. So bring in food, bring in water. You still want to have your little treats there because, churros at Disney are awesome, and eating at Disney, there's nothing better. Also, the last thing is, over at Splash Mountain, they have Pooh's Corner. Winnie the Pooh. And the characters go over there to do autographs and have pictures. It is poorly done. That's probably the one thing I think Disney does poorly is Pooh's Corner. Because you have the characters, you have a long line, and unlike most with characters where there's somebody with them, snap, snap, go, snap, snap, go, they just kind of hang out. So for instance, there's 2 dads together with 4 kids, and they probably took 10 minutes snapping a picture of each kid, then 2, 3, 4, each other, yada yada, and they weren't doing anything to stop it. Now it's hot out, so the characters can't stay out long. So you could be in line. We waited probably 20 minutes and got nowhere. And then off the characters go. Now they tell you can wait, but nobody waits because it's hot. There is now they wear buttons and it says character questions here. Ask them when the characters are going to be back out so you can line up early. Because if you love Tigger like we do, it's worth lining up for. But if it's a long line, don't. You're not going to get there because, again, they let these families take 20, 30, 40 pictures. And I get it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But it's kind of, only benefiting the first 10 people that know when Pooh's going to be there. So those are my Disneyland tips. Let me know if you have any questions. I probably know more about Disneyland than I should. And I might pop on through the summer to kind of help people. If you buy your tickets, I think that's ARS Travel. If you're not buying a package, ARS Travel, you can buy it online and there's a discount. And then you have to go to the gate to get them. Don't go to the gate the day of. If you're going into the park on tomorrow, try to get to the gate tonight to get them. Because sometimes the gate lines are long. Because a lot of people decide at the last second to pop over to Disneyland. And just enjoy it. Oh, and also there's, I think it's called Touring Pass, Disney Touring Pass. If you have flexibility on when you can go to Disney, check out the Touring Pass because it'll tell you. If we would have paid attention, and it was a surprise, so I didn't. If I would have paid attention, I would have known Friday was grad night and it would be absolutely positively packed. So look at the crowd calendars they do. Disney does a really good job with their algorithm. Their crowd calendars are usually dead on. So if they say it's going to be packed, it's packed. If they say light crowds, light crowds. So those are my Disney tips for the day. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm Karen. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.